In the US, a kid ending up behind bars for accidentally pocketing a candy bar actually isn't that much of a stretch. And that is what our story is about tonight, our juvenile justice system. We've occasionally touched on it before. You may remember in our school police story, we talked about kids winding up arrested for crimes like throwing Skittles or having a tantrum. That's just one of the many ways for kids to fall into this system. And while it's true that some have committed serious crimes, far more often they're in trouble for things like vandalism, theft, or even so-called status offences like truancy or underage drinking, basically crimes that are only crimes if you are a kid. You may have even seen stories like the one about the 6-year-old who went to court for picking a tulip from a yard at his bus stop. The point is, our juvenile courts are busy. In 2022, the most recent year for which data is available, they heard just over 600,000 cases. That same year, over 130,000 kids were detained ahead of judgment, with an additional 38,000 locked up as a result of judges' orders. The US actually incarcerates youth at many times the rate of other nations. That's from the Global Study on Children Deprived of Liberty, which is not a study you want to be on the leaderboard of. It's like hearing a urologist say, "single weirdest one I've ever seen." That's how ashamed we should be. It's a topping the weird dicks list level of shame. And while we occasionally get glimpses of this system, it tends to be worryingly opaque. Juvenile court hearings are often closed to members of the public, which does make sense in a way. It's important to protect kids' privacy, but in practice, that creates a dangerous lack of accountability for the adults in charge. Because the truth is, our juvenile justice system has many of the flaws of our adult one, except the people running it have even more power, and the damage it can do is even longer lasting. So tonight, we're going to take a longer than usual look at two things: our juvenile justice system and the facilities it can far too often funnel kids into.